good to go. Hey, how's it going today?
Hey, I'm doing all right. How are you?
Good, good, good. D23. It's a lot of energy in this building right now.
Yes.
How's it been for you?
It's fine. This is my first one, so
awesome. Welcome.
I'm exercising a lot of bladder control right now.
with such an important, should I say, almost an important task in American-born Chinese.
Right.
I know this is a story that's very close to you.
Yeah.
And from others I've spoke to with this project, I've spoken a lot about others.
Right.
What's sort of been your purpose or your motivation in wanting to get this story out for others to kind of get back to the generation behind you, but also to speak a lot about inclusion?
I mean, at the end of the day, I think my highest goal is to tell the story as truthfully as I can, right? I mean, this story is there's a theme in the show of worlds colliding in on each other, right? Mm-hmm. And that the character of Jin is sort of a culmination of that.
Yeah.
And in the same way, the character itself, speaking, from a meta perspective, the character of Jin is sort of has so many, the creation of that character comes from, Gene, who made the comics, and from his life that he put into that. But it also comes from, Kelvin, the showrunner, and everybody who has worked on this show has put a piece of themselves into the show and to this character. And so, I can't live all of their truths, right? I can't do that. So all I can do is bring what I have and try to do that to the utmost of my ability and hope that when people see that, they can take that, right, and find the parts of their lives that they can connect with and, sort of move that conversation along in that way.
In acting and all the film and television, there's a character or there's a role, there's a duty, there's a job that you portray, but when something becomes very close and personal to you, sort of how do you kind of balance things to kind of, so that it doesn't get too heavy, so that you're able to continue with the mission, to have a focus on your mental health, but to also, as you say, to be authentic and truthful.
Right. Well, I think I got lucky with this character. It's a story about a kid who's growing up.
Yeah.
Right. So obviously he has to deal with all those troubles. And all of those things. But I mean, the character is such he strives so hard to be an honest and good person. And when you're playing a character like that, it's, the hard things come, but at the end of the day, you have that to hold on to. Right? Like if I had to play just like a terrible person, that would be harder, right? Because to do it really well, I'd have to really be able to empathize with that. Right. But this is so obviously such a person who's trying his very hard to be the best person that he can be. And it's rewarding to do that, to live that life, to go on set and be able to basically do that.
Absolutely. If there's one message you want the fans to take away from watching this, what would it be?
This show the writing on this show is so smart, I think, and the creatives have done such a good job of telling a nuanced and specific story that all I hope for fans of the show is to watch it and take it in. And I think if they do that, they're gonna find things to connect from their own lives and conversations to be had amongst themselves. And that's what I'm excited about when this show comes out.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, and I hope you have a good rest of your D23.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, bye. Yep.